In this month's video, Sheriff Reese is going to discuss the initiatives MCSO will focus on in 2018. He'll talk about changes to the training unit. He'll highlight the 2018 legislative agenda. We'll welcome new hires, congratulate promoted employees, and recognize our recent retirees.
Earlier this month, the executive team and I held a one-day off-site retreat to review and reflect on the challenges and accomplishments that occurred in 2017 and to discuss goals for this coming year. As the discussion progressed, a common theme of change quickly became apparent, with nearly all aspects of the Sheriff's Office experiencing a great deal of it over the last 12 months. Driven by many factors, both internal and external, such as administrative turnover, process auditing, legislative focus, case law, and evolving community expectations, change can sometimes be difficult to embrace, but it's also inevitable and ongoing, especially in the area of public safety. As Sheriff, I view change as a positive opportunity to continuously evaluate and improve the services we provide the citizens of Multnomah County and the adults in our custody. As 2018 begins, I'd like to take a moment to briefly share with you some of the initiatives our agency will be focusing on this year. The Planning and Research Unit has completed their analysis of the recent MCSO employee survey, and I'm grateful for your participation. A remarkable 73% of staff completed the survey, and your willingness to give thoughtful feedback will allow us to examine ways to continue to improve the work environment and to ensure you have the training, tools, and resources needed to be successful. I'll be discussing the survey results with unit managers next week, and will soon be releasing a separate video with more details. The Planning and Research Unit is now fully staffed and will help us better define and measure performance, inform decision-making using meaningful data, and assist in answering questions such as the relationship between mental health issues, addiction, and criminal behavior. We will identify new and more effective ways to improve our response to crime and commitment to keeping people safe. We will work with our partners in ways to reduce gun violence in our community. We will continue to address mental health issues and addiction issues, understanding law enforcement's role as part of a broader continuum of care. We've received feedback from community leaders who say efforts we've made to earn and maintain community trust is resonating with them, and we'll build upon that. And in what will be a very challenging budget cycle, we'll be looking at any and all ways to make responsible changes and reductions to meet the nearly $2.8 million constraint. I'm working closely with unit managers in this process and will keep you informed as we move forward. This month, we welcome several new hires to the Law Enforcement, Corrections, and Business Services divisions of the Sheriff's Office. There is no higher honor than helping others and giving back to your community. As a public safety professional, you can find something positive in each day and soon realize you can make a real difference in people's lives. Please welcome our new hires as they begin what I hope to be a long and rewarding career in public safety. I also want to congratulate Mark Swanson on his promotion to Manager of the Programs Unit and Joel Winland on his promotion to Captain as he assumes command of the River Patrol Unit. I recently had the privilege, along with Chief Deputies Art Balazan and Nicole Morrissey O'Donnell and Captain Denise Diamond, to provide an overview to the Chair and County Commissioners detailing the last 180 days of MCSO training, as well as our plan going forward. The nature and demands of public safety are significant and complex. A diverse and comprehensive training program is essential to ensuring staff are well equipped with the skills and knowledge needed to successfully meet the challenges and expectations of both MCSO and the community. As many of you are aware, there's been a great deal of effort over the last year in reimagining the structure, staffing, direction, and professionalism of MCSO training, and I'm proud of the substantial progress that has and continues to be made. Our initial step in this process was to redesign and approach training based on 4 principles. First, relevant and informed policy, providing clear direction while also adhering to best practices. Second, training curriculum is developed and taught based directly on policy. Third, the actual use and effectiveness of training is tracked and measured where possible. And finally, systems of accountability are established to ensure staff are performing at optimal standards. We also increased the number of administrative and instructor staff in the unit to better serve the revised training requirements of both corrections and enforcement personnel. An emphasis was placed on mental health, crisis intervention, and communications training for staff in an effort to continue to improve overall awareness, safety, and services. Post-training surveys were conducted to help measure effectiveness, the results of which will assist instructors in adjusting curriculum for future use. Finally, a training plan for the next 180 days has been developed and will focus on relevant subjects designed to directly assist staff in their daily duties while also ensuring compliance with mandates and service expectations. The presentation to the board prompted several questions and comments and was well received by both the chair, commissioners, and members of the audience, including representatives from the ACLU. The chair, in particular, noted the significance of improvements made and the direction MCSO is headed in this area.
I wanted to say thank you as well for your presentation this morning, and I'm really struck by the difference between this presentation and prior training conversations we've had. I really want to commend you for taking this seriously and for I'm not going to say that training didn't occur, because I know it did, but the way that you've been able to articulate to us and to the public what is going on helps to ensure that trust is there between the people that we serve and the people who do this really hard work on the ground. So I want to thank you for that. Today shows that you've really put your A game forward, and I'm appreciative of that.
We've come a long way in a short period of time. And I want to especially thank Chief Deputy Art Balazan, Chief Deputy Nicole Morrissey O'Donnell, Captain Denise Diamond, and the entire staff of the training unit for their hard work getting us to this point. There's much more to do, and I'm looking forward to continued progress. Only one person retired from the Sheriff's Office this month, and I want to thank Cindy Crow for 30 years of dedication and service to MCSO and the citizens of Multnomah County. You've provided exemplary service to our community, and I wish you the very best in retirement. This month, I was pleased to issue a legislative agenda for the pending federal and state legislative sessions, which is commonly recognized as the first step to engaging the legislative process. After conducting a needs assessment that took into account MCSO insights and responsibilities for intergovernmental property, programming, and monies, our agency's priorities encompass procedural justice, gun violence reduction, and preserving key public safety funding sources. This agenda prioritizes challenging areas of public safety and attempts to give a voice to the vulnerable populations we serve every day. The start of the session is always a good time to review our MCSO policy regarding political activity as a reminder of protocols and expectations that go along with session. Per our policy, I've asked Stephanie Preibel, our Chief of Staff, to serve as MCSO's legislative liaison. As our registered lobbyist, Stephanie will be tracking legislation, soliciting your assessment of the impact of the bill, and inserting a unified MCSO voice into decision-making processes at the Capitol. Please contact Stephanie anytime a federal or state official, their staff, or a lobbying interest reaches out to you, as she will work with MCSO to ensure a comprehensive and timely response is vetted. I'm looking forward to working with our federal and state delegation over the course of this legislative year, allowing MCSO to serve as a professional resource and thoughtful voice about public safety measures. Stay safe out there.